Okay, don't judge me. I know I look crazy right now. I'm actually getting ready for bed. I'm about to dream feed the baby and go to sleep. But I really need to come on here and do this married at first sight rant. Tonight's episode. All right, so I am a huge married at first sight fan. I think I've been watching since season 3. I love the show. I love the premise of the show because I'm a huge lover of love. I love the idea of love. I love watching people fall in love. I like matchmaking, and I'm at the stage of my life where I'm kind of intrigued with the work that goes into staying in love, all of which the show is supposed to have. But baby, these last 3 seasons have been messy, messy, messy. I don't know if there's a new producer. I don't know if Lifetime was like, hey, we need to turn it up a notch to get more views. But these last 3 seasons have really been playing with people's lives, right? So tonight's episode really had me feeling like ain't nobody gonna last. Nobody's gonna make it. Maybe Katina and Elijah Wan, but I feel like Katina isn't being 100. Like, there's a lot of things she's not saying for whatever reason. And then for Mr. Elijah Wan, I'm kind of getting the Ryan vibe. Ryan from, 2 seasons ago? And Clara, when it was clear that he wasn't into Clara like that, but he was putting on for the cameras. I'm getting that vibe from Elijah Wan. So unless there's something being discussed behind the scenes with those two, I don't know if they're gonna last. I would like them to last. I think they're a beautiful couple, but I don't know. Miss Jasmina and Michael. First of all, there's clearly a lot of things happening off camera that we're not seeing. The cameras can't be there 24/7, especially while they were on their honeymoon. And I am really starting not to like Michael. If everything Jasmina is saying about his behavior off camera, if that's not bad enough, why withhold the information about his 2 female roommates? He had plenty of opportunities to mention it. Furthermore, he grew up with sisters. So in my eyes, it would be nothing odd about somebody like Michael having 2 female roommates. It's no big deal. She had mentioned the fact that she has a male roommate more than once. So he had plenty of opportunity to say, hey, that's cool. I got 2 female roommates, no big deal. But it seems like there's something nefarious that's either currently going on or has happened with those 2 female roommates that made him choose to leave that out, to just completely omit that. That just doesn't sit right with my spirit. It don't feel good. Something's not right. On the other hand, Jasmina is coming off argumentative. However, I can see that because there's so much happening behind the scenes and she's getting the vibe that Michael is putting on camera, she doesn't want to come off as like the angry black woman. So I can get from her point of view being like, we're gonna address this stuff on camera so that the whole world can see where I'm coming from, so people don't think I'm crazy and delusional and whatever it is, and I'm just, choosing not to like you. So she might be trying to hit all them points. She might be thinking in her head, listen, I'm gonna get this out. I know this camera's only gonna be here for an hour. So if we gotta rehash this conversation over and over again for the next hour so the editors have enough information to pull from and not make me look like the angry black woman on camera, we gonna do that, right? So maybe that's where she's going. But if that's not what her aim is, right now she's just coming off real argumentative, real crazy, real just trying to start stuff. And just not crazy. Let me pull that back. She's not coming off crazy. She's just coming off real. She just won't let stuff rest, is what it looks like. Oh, Lord. I have said from the beginning that I do not like Steven. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't know if he has like a YouTube channel or something that he's trying to pop off, but I feel like this is just another adventure and opportunity for him for him to create, whatever that means, and for him to get exposure for his platform. I think that once the excitement and the adventure of all of this, being married to a stranger is done and over for him, he's gonna hightail it out of there. He's not interested in being married long term and the seriousness that comes with being married, such as having financial security. He's not interested in that. He's just trying to have some fun. Miss Noy, she is very she lives in La La Land. She has this vision, this dream in her head, and it's not realistic. It's not conducive to the real world. It's not right. The fact that she wanted this man to profess his love to her on day number 3 and then got upset that he wouldn't is childish to me. And now this steady and fast rule that she has about having 3 children because other people in her family had 3 children. Girl, that's not real life. Like, you can't predict exactly how many kids you're gonna have, and you can't predict what parenthood is gonna look like. As much as I don't like Steven, he was right. What if you have 2 children and it becomes overwhelming? So now you've made a decision that you don't want to do anymore. You're gonna force your spouse to have another child, knowing that it's not good for your marriage or for your other 2 children, that they're gonna get less attention and love from their parents because there's a 3rd sibling that now requires attention. Girl, that is not real life. What you doing? Now Mark and Lindsay. Lindsay is a lot. Lindsay is a high energy person. Her and Elijah Wan reminds me a lot of each other. They're very high energy. They're very high strung. They're very in your face all the time. Quite frankly, I would be cool with somebody like Lindsay or Elijah Wan in my life. I don't know if I could be married to them, but being friends with them, that would be fun. That would be cool to me. I would probably laugh at their antics, but they're the type of people that's gonna keep it real with you at all times, whether you like it or not. And I can respect people like that. And they're the type of people that want you to keep it real with them at all times. Tell them to shut up, tell them to sit down, tell them to, back the F up. And they'll bounce back, they'll dust it off, and they'll keep it pushing. Look how many times Elijah Wan asked Katina to give her honest critique of his house. She never did. He wasn't trying to, have her be polite. He generally wanted to know, and all she had to say was, boy, your house looked like an 80-year-old white woman decorated this thing. End of it. That's it. He would probably laugh it off and moved on. Same thing with Lindsay. She is an honest person. Just give it to her straight. And Mark got issues for days, child. He needed to see, actually everybody on this show needed to see a therapist before coming on the show. They all got severe issues that they need to, be in therapy for. But Mark, Lindsay, run, honey. What grown straight man has 5 cats? And then he kept talking about how clean and organized his life usually is. And I know they were in there dealing with bed bugs, but that house was a mess. Even without the bed bug situation, that house was a mess. Like, there's no way you're an organized person. And then to act like she's somehow responsible for all the chaos that's currently going on in his life. It's not her fault that you have to bag up your stuff. You're bagging up your stuff because you have bed bugs, and they need to be sanitized before you can move anywhere. Even if you weren't married and moving into this experimental apartment, your stuff would have to be bagged up in a plastic bag and cleaned before you can move anywhere. That's not Lindsay's fault. And she literally was standing there trying to get directions from you about what to do with a lot of those damn junk and toys it looked like that he had. And Lindsay just needs to learn to back up. There's one thing of being supportive and being helpful and trying to bring out the best in somebody. There's another thing to be a smotherer. And nobody likes to be smothered. I've recently gone through, anyways. But yeah, at this point, they need to cancel Married at First Sight. It's done. It's over. It's done. Okay? None of these people gonna make it. I don't even know if I forgot anybody. We got Jasmina, Katina, Lindsay, Noi, oh, Ashley and Alyssa and Chris. What was she talking about? She worked so hard to get where? Work so hard on what? Being selected? Is that what you worked hard on? Did you put on a front, which would explain a lot? And then to be doing all that boohoo crying when this man said he wanted a divorce, girl, what you? I'm done. All right, good night.